So you just bought your junior counter and you're wondering, well, what do I do with this and how do I best introduce this to my child? Depending upon your child's age and their understanding of math, I would recommend that first they need to get to know the tool. In order to do that, I would start with the 1 unit. Put that together. The junior counter is a simplified version of the Abacus, except it is a patented product, right? So there's a patent, this is a thing, it is real, it helps children. So the first thing they need to do is they need to name their unit. Like, give it a name, let it have a name. We've had a lot of fun names like Banana, Snowy Count. My personal name for my junior count is Princess Anakauna, Defender of the World. I like to give a name. I like to start my classes with naming your unit and with providing a superpower, and there's all kinds of superpowers. But you start with the unit, you name it, and then children have to understand the parts, right? So when we refer to it in the class, we know what we're referring to. So this is the head, and for older kids, I say upper bead, or I transition from the head to the upper bead. These are the legs, and this is the answer rod. So when I say move your head to the answer rod, students just do that, and they understand that this position is the 5. But before we get to that, so we start counting. When the head, there's no head or no legs touching the answer rod, your junior counter's in the 0 position. When you want to get to the 1 position, you move 1 leg up. Now we're in the 1 position because 1 leg is touching the neck. Well, now we want to get to the 2 position, so we move another leg up, and you get the point, 3, 4. So I start children with counting up to 4 and counting down from 4. You get to 4, then you take 1 leg away. I use those words specifically, take 1 leg away, because counting up or down is synonymous with addition and subtraction. So you take another leg for 2. You take 1 more leg for 1 leg, and you take your last leg for 0, right? So then we move in transition and we get into something that I like to call the switcheroo. Kids love the switcheroo. So when we get to 4, what comes after 4? They know 5. So how do I get to 5? I have to do 2 moves, and those 2 moves are called the switcheroo. So the first thing I have to do is take away my 4 legs, and then I add my head. So now we're at 5. We switched the position from 4 to 5. We went from 4 to 5. Now, how do I get to 6? Well, I'm at 5. Well, to get to 5, I need to add 1 more leg. So now I'm at 5, 6. How do I get to 7? You get it. Add another leg, 5, 6, 7. And how do I get to 8? Up, add another leg, 5, 6, 7, 8. And how do I get to 9? Bam. So we get to counting. We count up to 9, and then we count down from 9. I'm at 9, take a leg away. For 8, take another leg away. For 7, take another leg away. For 6, take another leg. For 5. And what do we do at 5? How do we get to 4? I tell the kids, I get nervous. How do I get to 4? How do I get to 4? And they love to help me. They say, you have to move the head up and bring all the legs up to the neck. That's what they say, because this is the neck. So we get to 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. I'm holding it at an angle, so it's kind of hard. I just want to make sure you see. So then we count up and down. When you count up and down and you get used to those mechanics, then we start to be able to identify the place, the position quickly. So if my junior counter is in this position, a child should be able to tell me, oh, that's in the 5. I say, well, what about this? Oh, that's 7. What about this? Oh, that's 2. What about this? Oh, that's 4. So after we get to identifying the positions quickly, I start to have them draw the positions or do other things so they can make sure that these positions are ingrained in their memory. Because if I remember that my 4 looks like this and I'm 3, and I say you have 4, you're in the 4 position on your junior counter and you need to take 2 legs away, they can do this in their mind, and they know that this position is 2, and in their mind they're visualizing 2 legs are touching the neck, so they know that 4 minus 2 is 2. But then what if I say, well, now you have it in the 2 position, but you need to add 5. They'll do this visually. They'll add the 5, and they'll know that this position, 5, 6, 7, is the 7 position, and they'll be able to tell me that the final position is 7. So this is how I get children who are 3 and 4 and 5 calculating mentally quickly. Now, if your child is older, obviously, we would start here so they can get the mechanics, but we would quickly we would quickly get to this. We would get to the hundreds, right? So I believe that when children are comfortable, very comfortable being able to do addition and subtraction within 100, then it is time to pick one of these up on Amazon, because now you're dealing with the same thing, right? And then this, well, for example, this is ones, the tens, the hundreds, the thousands, the 10,000s, 100,000s, millions, 100 millions, 10 millions, 100 millions, billions, so forth and so on. Then maybe it's time to get to this. So the whole purpose here is to give them a very strong foundation. So your child in the 7th grade, who, again, I'm a teacher, who when a teacher asks them to do a simple computation, they feel as though they need to pull out a calculator. And if that's the case in 7th grade and you start algebra, well, now algebra and the algebraic expressions and working out the algorithmic process becomes really, really difficult if they don't have that foundation. So my plight, my mission, my goal is to get parents to understand that oftentimes in this country we're not laying down the foundation that we need to get to. And we need to use something like a physical tool to help lay down those foundations. We also move into multiplication and division on the junior counter. That is a thing. And just as children are able to add and subtract visually, they're able to add, to divide and multiply on the junior counter. So check out my website. If you're interested in these videos, I'm going to offer a lot of explainers and instructional videos. Make sure that you subscribe, make sure you follow, make sure you go to www.mathjr.org, order some product, see how it works, sign up for a free webinar, see if that works, or just join one of my classes, especially if your baby's young. Oftentimes we do better in community. So keep the classes small. If you're in the Atlanta metropolitan area, jump in, come to the NIA building in Pittsburgh Yard off of University Avenue and join one of our small boutique-like classes. Well, I wish you all the best in your early math mastery journey. Hope you subscribe, join the community, and I look forward to being able to share more insight with you.